Hello students of 8th class. We have already discussed in the first part about the background of American Civil War. So I told you the meaning Civil War. Civil means a war in the country, either a rebellion of the people against their government or armed rebellion, army revolting against the existing government. Now, this is a civil war between the southern states of America and north state of America. So students, as I told you in the introduction, that southern states rebelled against the Union government. So, this is state, Texas state in the southern part. This is you can see the full map of America. Yes, I have divided into western part and eastern part. This eastern part and western part. But this is the southern part, this whole thing. This is the southern part. So this state is a Texas of southern America, and then Louisiana. Here we have Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, North Carolina, and South Carolina. These were the states who rebelled against the Union government and wanted to secede, wanted to get separated from America, the USA, the Union government. And I had already told you that it was a loose kind of confederation. Confederation means 13 colonies. When we studied about the American Revolution, 13 colonies came together and formed the Union. Like simple. India has a union government, BJP at the center, and state government have their own government, and both are independent of each other, because our constitution gives the right. So here these 7-8 states want to get rid of the union. That's why civil war took place. Now, why they wanted to get rid of the union? Why they wanted to get seceded or get separated from USA, America? There are some reasons. We are going to study the causes of the war, and then we will study the main events of the war, and also we'll see the results of the war and the special role played by the existing president of that time, Abraham Lincoln. Okay, and his contribution towards USA. So we will begin. Civil War. American Civil War, also known as a war between states, began in 1861. Why it's a war between states? Because the northern states, let me roughly draw a map. The northern states, all states were with the Union, and southern states were with they wanted to get seceded or get separated from the Union. So, the American Civil War, also known as a war between states, began in 1861 and lasted till May 1865. It was one of the important events in American history. So it is also called armed conflict. This armed conflict started over the issue of slavery between the United States. I told you there are some reasons why southern states rose against the Union government. And the southern states that seceded from the Union and formed the Confederate States of America. Confederate means coming together to form one country. When people wanted to get strong in olden times, they used to make confederation against the strong king to defeat him. So here, southern states, some 7-8 states like Mississippi, Carolina, Alabama, they came together to revolt against the Union government. So, the Civil War cost more American lives than any other war in history. You just see. The very Americans turned against the Americans. And this was something unique in the world history. And it's a very interesting chapter. The Civil War was fought between the industrialized northern states. These northern states were industrialized, as I told you. States and the agriculture southern states of America. This is a industrialized and developed. Okay, these states. And these states are agriculture. Tobacco, cotton, sugarcane fields, these were grown here. The war threatened the unity and integrity of the nation. Unity, the word unity, you know. So, what is integrity? Students, we the Indians, let me tell you a simple example. We are studying the chapter America, but I am giving simply live example. I am referring India. Why? Because you live in India. So, from northern to southern and east to west, there are different kind of people. Region, culture, languages, but we are brothers and sisters. Every Indian, irrespective of caste, color, creed, region, are known as Indians, brothers and sisters. So here, the America's unity and integrity of the nation was threatened. However, due to the dynamic leadership of the president, this is the main figure here. The dynamic leadership of the president Abraham Lincoln. So, causes of the Civil War. Slavery. Slavery was the main cause. And you know, I hope you know the meaning of slavery. In the early 1800s, the northern states turned from farming to manufacturing. Northern states turned from farming to manufacturing. That means, but in the southern, farming remained the most important occupation. So here states were developed, industrialized, but here they remained agricultural. And cotton and tobacco was grown mostly. So for this, the southern states needed slaves to work in their fields, and it maintained the economy of the southern states. So simply they did not want to abolish slavery, whereas northern states wanted to abolish slavery. So there were cultural differences too between states. They had differences of opinion with regard to the issue of slavery as well. The slavery prevailed in the South became a controversial issue. This was the main issue. The southern states wanted to abolish, just annihilate or finish the practice of slavery. They wanted it. Because here it was a paid labor, I told you in the introduction. The laborers were paid. Here the laborers were not paid. They practiced slavery. So, the northern states were comparatively prosperous than the southern states due to rapid industrial progress and trade. This I'm not going to explain you. I have told you many times this one. The southern states were generally backward. The northern shunned slavery and considered it a blot on the name of their country. So, slavery, a practice, it was considered by the northern states a blot. For the southern slaves were a vital part of their economy. See here. Southern slaves were a vital part of their economy. They need not to pay. The laborers, paid laborers have to be paid. And the slaves need not to be paid. Just enough food. I am not taking too much food. Enough food was needed to be given to them. Huge plantation of cotton, tobacco, sugarcane depended on slave laborers. Without slave labor, agriculture would suffer in the south. These 4 lines are important for you for the first answer. Slavery movement was a great threat to south. The issue became so controversial that a civil war became inevitable, unavoidable. So the Republican Party was founded by Northern who hated slavery. The public began to detest the practice and found it absolutely unacceptable. And many novels and articles were written on the slavery. Public feeling against slavery was intensified by Harriet Beecher. His novel Uncle Tom Cabin, which showed the ugly side of slavery. Fugitive Slave Act of 1850 made the condition of slave highly insecure. Slaves who had fled due to tyranny, atyachar of their owners had to be returned to them. The anti-slavery people who wanted the act to be abolished, called the abolitionists, and also created an underground railroad to help slaves to escape Canada. Now, there was another cause. That was a question of states. So not only slavery but also the question of states' rights was also a cause of civil war. Let me tell you one thing, students. Again, I am taking the example of India. Central government of India has more power than the states. So in the similar way, what the southern state wanted here in America? The southern states wanted no interference by the federal government in the state affairs. They reserved the right to reject federal law which they did not like. They reserved the right to reject any federal law. That means they did not want to be questioned by the union government. So there was election, the Republican Party, Abraham Lincoln was elected as the president of USA. Since Lincoln had spoken against slavery, the southern states looked upon him as an enemy. And another candidate was Stephen Douglas. He was defeated by President Abraham Lincoln. So the most southern states revolted this was immediate cause that they revolted against the victory of Abraham Lincoln. He was elected president in November 1860. Southern states like Carolina, I told you already in the map, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Texas, seceded. Seceded means got separated from the Union. They established a new nation, the Confederate States of America. What is the name of a new nation? The Confederate States of America. They chose their own president, Jefferson Davis. As states left the Union, they seized all federal properties within their border. President Lincoln declared blockade of southern ports and civil war began in 1860. So, economic activities of southern states were blocked. This was a quick action reacted by President Lincoln. So, we are now going to discuss the main events of the war. Since the South had forced a war upon the Union, Abraham Lincoln made a proclamation for emancipation of slaves. That means removal of slavery. He came to be known as the Great Emancipator. In January 1863, Lincoln abolished slavery. So, what happened? As soon as there was a proclamation of emancipation, that means with this proclamation, automatically what happened? The slavery in all the state was abolished. And many states began to surrender themselves. So, Lincoln was not only fighting slavery but fighting for the preservation of the Union. He did two great things: fighting for slavery and preserving the unity of the country. The ceding states were treated as rebels. This proclamation won the sympathy of foreign powers also. After this, the war became a siege of the Confederacy. That means all the states were defeated and seized. And the commander, Robert E. Lee, of southern states, surrendered himself and signed a treaty with the Union. Now, this is a yes. So, picture of a treaty or peace signed by Robert E. Lee. Okay. Now, what are the results of the war? Nearly all the fighting had taken place on the southern soil. So, a lot of destruction was done in southern states because the war took place there. And lot many lives were taken away. So, there was a period of reconstruction. It took a few decades for the southern states to recover. Slavery was abolished from the United States. The problem of secession also ended, and the federal government became the supreme authority in the United States. That's why people keep on speaking Trump, 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 because he's an all-powerful man in USA. So let us come back to Abraham Lincoln. What did he do after the Civil War? He gave us a great slogan, that is government of the people, by government of the people, by the people, for the people. And this is a great definition of democracy. Now let's speak a little bit about Abraham Lincoln and his role in the Civil War. Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, became the President during the most crucial period of American history. The Union was breaking apart and Civil War threatened the country with almost no support in the Southern. Lincoln swept to the North and was elected President in 1860. He served the nation with dedication and devotion. He was a great orator, and this great man was born in 1809. He was elected president in 1860. His views on slavery were very strong. If slavery is not wrong, then nothing is wrong. So Abraham Lincoln was shot dead in theater by John Wilkes Booth, an actor. A great and courageous figure was killed. So most historians consider Abraham Lincoln as one of America's great presidents.